Guys, hi. I've been lax in getting videos up. I have no excuse except that I've been tired. I've had this large bag filled to the brim with skincare empties that I've been wanting to do. I couldn't decide if I wanted to do it as a podcast episode because I haven't done like a me talking podcast episode. It's all been interviews. I also just painted my nails, which I'm quite proud of. This is 10 over 10 Washington. It's like kind of a creamy white. Not the point of this video. We're gonna do a skincare empties video today. Always popular, so you kind of can't go wrong, right? I guess technically I should be doing a Beauty Heroes May box review featuring Blissoma, given that the Photonic has been a favorite product of mine for a long time. But to be honest, I may skip this month reviewing Beauty Heroes because there's just other videos I want to do, and I feel like it's been a lot of Beauty Heroes content lately, so I think that we may not do May, or I'll find another way to do it. So we have a lot to get through today. Let's just dive in. This is really in zero particular order, but we can start with a product I hated. These are the OG Hydroganics Gentle Glow Cleansing Cloths. These came, I think, 3 of these to a box that I bought maybe last year. Unless we're traveling, I will throw these in, and in lieu of using a washcloth, I'll remove an oil cleanser with them, or they're just good to have on the go. Or I do keep them up here when I'm doing my makeup and doing live streams. They are handy to have as someone in beauty who does swatches and needs to remove lipsticks that don't work with particular looks, but these were just very bad. They were never very moist and emollient. They didn't remove things very well. They dried out instantly, even though they only do 10 cloths to a thing. I just didn't like them at all. Would not recommend, would not repurchase. Okay, I want to talk about a couple of cleansers. I'm trying to be a little delicate because my nails, I think, are still kind of wet. Yep, I just screwed that nail up. I finished a small pie Lightwork cleansing oil, again, just for travel purposes, and I think I used it up removing eye makeup. I have several bottles of this in backup stash, and you know, over time I will use it, but over time I just have deduced that it's not my favorite. I don't like emulsifying cleansing oils. I don't want to have to apologize for not liking emulsifying cleansing oils. I just prefer a non-rinsable cleansing oil or balm. I need the residue. To me, that's the whole point of doing an oil cleanser. And I think that the emulsifying agents that have come to really overtake this type of product don't actually, they're like counterproductive in my opinion. I know they're easier to use. I know that's where the market has gone. I know that's why everyone is formulating them with emulsifiers in them, but to me it defeats the purpose. Someone will probably get mad hearing me say that, but I don't care. Okay, Free and True Moonlight Milk PM Balm Cleanser. I picked this up after I fell hard in love with Free and True Mama Pacha and Body Profit from Beauty Heroes last year. And I wanted to try some other stuff from the range. This was a big bust for me for exactly the reasons that I was just talking about. It's a balm to milk formula, so I never really liked the way that it felt emulsified and rinsed off. I did like the scent, however, it was a relatively like stiff cleansing balm, so somewhat similar to like the Heart of Gold Sea Change cleansing balm, which I also didn't like for textural reasons. I want something that's quite melty on contact with the skin. This is quite stiff, and then you kind of work it in, transform it to a milk, and rinse it off. It's just not my preference in a cleanser. I mean, if you like that kind of thing, it was easy to use, it was effective, just texturally and functionally not my favorite type of cleanser. I also have the Pakai Cleansing Cream from Honua. I think I talked about this maybe in my Beauty Heroes retrospective. Well, we can talk about both of these quickly. The Honua Hawaiian Beauty Water and the Pakai Cleansing Cream. I think I said I was going to cover them in an upcoming skincare empties. A lot of people like the cleansing cream. For me, the scent for me is very Pond's Cold Cream. That's what it smells like to me. It's not a very good smell to me personally, although there's nothing overtly wrong with it. I didn't enjoy the experience. I actually got a slight tingle from using this, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I don't know. I didn't enjoy kind of all marks of the experience of using this, so I wouldn't buy it again. Now, as a counterpoint, this, huge winner. I don't have it up here. It's down in my bathroom. Just picked up another 2-ounce bottle from Beauty Heroes. The color of my toner is different now. This one was kind of like an orangey pink, and the one I have now is like pink pink. So I think it probably just depends on the batches of infusions. And I know that this has, I think, hibiscus in it. So it just depends on like crops. And I know that, for example, Earthwise products also vary in color from time to time. Like sometimes Nap in the Meadow is more blue, sometimes it's more green. So that's just kind of part and parcel of artisanal products. This is the only, I want to say only, exfoliating toner I've used that I feel has been gentle enough on my skin while also delivering the intended effect, which is a resurfacing. So I picked up a bottle of this again because I had been going through this really prolonged spring skincare transition where my forehead was just, it was very, very dry and flaky, and I had had really good success using this, I think, last year. I used it up quite a while ago, but I loved it. I used this a lot when I was doing my Consa wand projects to remove, if I didn't have a night where I was really, really gray, I would just remove the excess oil and Consa residue with this, and that added kind of an additional skin perfecting thing. So this is something I would use once or twice a week. It's an enzymatic type of exfoliation, which is what works for me personally. Oh my God, I really think I need to go faster because there's so much in here. Quite a few toners, but oh, I have another cleanser. I feel like I've already reviewed this, but the Marie Veronique Gentle Gel Cleanser, I think maybe this was in Best of Beauty 2020. Would repurchase this in a heartbeat. Non-irritating sugars, surfactants, cleanse and calm sensitive skin while preventing moisture loss. This is a wonderful second cleanse if you have normal to sensitive, maybe dehydrated skin. I'm quite picky with second cleanses. I use a bunch, but like a lot of them are not perfect for me. Like Earthwise Marshmallow Face Cleanser I'll use, but it's a little bit too intense. Some of the creamy cleansers are more seasonal for me, but this I really like. It's more gentle on me than something like Yuli Halcyon, which I'm using right now and quite like, but this is even more gentle. I recommend it to a lot of people. Actually, I love the pump. I love the gel experience. It's like for people that can't do foaming or gel cleansers that are too clarifying, this is a really good option for spring and summer when you want to feel really refreshed. It's amazing, and I would buy it again in 2 seconds. More OG wipes. I thought I had 3 packs of these, but I have 2 in here in this bag. I have an Inlight face cleanser. You know that this is all-star status for me. I don't even remember when I used this one up, but this is probably my 3rd empty jar of this. Probably come fall, I'll get another jar of this for fall winter. So I was just on my live stream this morning, I was talking about what I'm already planning to stock up on or pick up during holiday 2021 shopping. Inlight Balm Cleanser, I'll probably get the H's for Love. I forget the name, Rafa Cleansing Oil, which is a non-emulsifying cleansing oil. I want to try the LAMOUR cleansing oil, and then I want to get Infiore, Lustra, and Treat. And those are going to be kind of my, right now, in my head. I don't know if I'll get all of them, but those are the ones on the top of my list for cleansing at the end of 2021 and into 2022, which is like so crazy to say. But yeah, I mean, I love this. Probably my #1 balm cleanser of all time. There's a bunch of oils that I like too, but never have found anything even close to this. Improves the quality of my skin similar to if I dedicate to something like the Infiore 424 with Lustra and Treat. It's that good and healing to the skin. This is a kind of actually I have some products that are not empty, but more like cleaning out because they're a bit old. So I'm gonna tuck those aside for now. I also used this up as a cleanser, Earthwise Green Leaves Face Balm. This is totally empty. I used the whole thing. I have a whole review, still smells so, so good. Whole review of the 3 balms currently in Earthwise's range, Green Leaves, Yasuni, and Tigress. So I'll direct you to that if you'd like to go hear more. Earthwise has since come out with a non-emulsifying ritual cleansing oil, Paloma, which I did a whole IGTV on and I really love. I still do like Green Leaves a lot as a cleansing balm. It's coconut oil, so it works well on me as a cleanser. It's a really, really minimal ingredients, and the olfactory experience is of course amazing. Why don't I cover the rest of my Earthwise empties, because I actually have quite a few in here. This is one of my favorite brands. We can just, wow, I have a lot of Earthwise in here. Okay, so empty green leaves. I also have one empty, no, I thought I had two empty, but I have one empty Nap in the Meadow. I'm also getting ready to finish one of these. And I also have an empty Ambrosia do Cerrado. So these are two aloe-based serums that Earthwise does. I haven't yet reviewed these. I'm taking my Earthwise reviews in chunks, right? So I've done all of the oils, I've done the balms. Next I'm gonna do the serums. I may throw in the mist, the cleanser. I still have to do the masks, the teas. So there's a lot kind of left to do, but I haven't done dedicated reviews of the serums yet. But I love both of these. Ambrosia do Cerrado is what I've been using the most this spring. It's an essential oil free blend and it's very bright and kind of citrusy. It has piquet fruit oil. It pairs really nicely under the ruby face oil, which I have an empty of here as well. Went through a full bottle of ruby. I love blending ruby with the Rosa rosehip seed oil with Farizad's Veil as an SPF coverage. But Ambrosia do Cerrado is such a nice skin pick me up in the morning. I could just wax poetic about these forever. Nap in the Meadow to me is kind of a quintessential Earthwise product. It's one of the stronger essential oil blends that Earthwise does, but it's really going to target things like hyperpigmentation and scarring if you use it really consistently, but it is stronger. So I have to buffer this when I use it with some sort of creamy serum, and I really liked the Pi Instant Calm Redness Serum. They've rebranded this and renamed it the Sea Aster and Wild Oat, but this is also an empty, and this is from a past Boxwalla box. My only gripe with this, before we return to the Earthwise stuff, is I used everything I could through the pump, so the pump stopped working. And then I tried to turn the bottle upside down, and the packaging is like very difficult to, it's not easy to get the remnants of what's in this packaging. Maybe that's changed because they have rebranded, gone into new packaging, renamed everything. It's like if you need sort of a calming buffer serum for something with high essential oils, if you want to do something more therapeutic like that, really wonderful morning skincare routine for me. Okay, so I have an empty ruby, I have an empty magical babasu, two empty magical babasus. These are both magical babasus. And then I have an empty black locust mini. I mean, is this a testament or what to how much I freaking love Earthwise, like to the ends of the earth and beyond. Magical babasu is a really good seasonal transition oil, winter to spring, summer to fall. It's a really good like fall and spring oil. So in the winter, I want something heavier like ferns and moss or maybe black locust. In the summer, I want something like ruby or rosa, which is a really good all season oil. But again, I did a whole video review of all of the oils, so please do go check that out. I always have a code that's active for 10% off Earthwise if you're ordering directly from earthwisebeauty.com. It's also good on pnwessences.com. At some point, I'll also be doing a review of my flower essence consultations. I've done 3 of them. They've been wonderful experiences, and my code is also good on the essence consults as well. Okay, I have one more Earthwise thing actually. Have a little small thing of Yasuni. Now I have a bigger one of these I'm working through as well, but I went through this little travel one. I was using this as like my hair styling treatment one. I was just keeping it on my vanity and taking a little bit, almost like a hair putty, and working it through the ends of my hair to get a little bit of moisture, a little bit of definition, and it works wonderfully for that. So many of the Earthwise products are multi-purpose. Like right now I'm using Nap in my hair mixed with Rosa, really because my hair has been extremely dry and my skin too during the seasonal transition. But yeah, I love Yasuni. And then this also saved my skin when we were in Arizona late December, because obviously the climate is extremely dry there, and I at the last minute threw this in case I needed a balm. And it's not a super emollient balm. This is like their essential oil free it's a kind of marketed as a resurfacing balm, like it has enzymatic properties, but I find it to be kind of like just enough for what my skin needs. This can be a one and done on me with toner in the spring and summer. It's wonderful, and especially if you're sensitive and don't want to use essential oils, it's a great option. Also, speaking of essential oil free and sensitive skin friendly, I finished the Wabi Sabi Light Reveal. I had a small one of these. I think this was a gift with purchase with Beauty Heroes last year. I really do like the Wabi Sabi oils. In fact, I currently have the Balance one sitting in my Beauty Heroes cart. Not because I actually like, I'm like, do I like the experience of the oil? It kind of smells a bit like a cooking oil. The smell is not amazing, but the effect is really quite good. So I will say that the Wabi Sabi oils are very effective products, at least on my normal to sensitive skin. Light Reveal has Bariti oil in it. I would only use this during the day though, because it's very similar to Earthwise Rosa. It's very pigmented and it will stain the skin and ergo your sheets. So I don't use these types of highly pigmented oils at night. I only use them during the day. All right, let's talk about some toners because I have quite a few. Jasmine Hydrating Tonique from Honua, just one of these. I thought I had two, but I talked about these in the recent Honua box review I did for Beauty Heroes featuring Imperial Glow. It is in all new packaging now. It's in like that really pretty rose colored bottle. And the formula is the same though. And if you like jasmine, it's a very kind of straightforward, beautiful jasmine toner. I don't have anything bad to say about that. Maya Chia the Optimist, I must have finished this quite a long time ago, shortly after the last time I did an empty products review, because I haven't used this in a really long time. But this really got me through my postpartum period in early 2019 because it was just so refreshing, uplifting. I loved pairing it with Infiore Pure face oil, which is also a neroli face oil. Now something comparable to this could be the Lil Fox Bitter Orange Mist, which I also have a little sample empty of. Actually, speaking of samples, this technically shouldn't be in this video because I've also been keeping this little side bag of all sample products that I was going to do as a bonus for my patrons on Patreon, because I'm always trying to find special extras to do for them. Yeah, but I did really like this. However, I did find that it could just be because of my skin transition this spring that it was feeling a bit astringent, and I never felt that the Maya Chia Optimist was that astringent on me. It's more of a sprayable essence than a toner. This is like a straight toner. The neroli started to feel a little bit astringent, and like maybe I was needing to veer more towards like a rose dominant type of thing as opposed to a orange neroli type of thing. I'm gonna throw that in here, and I am gonna film all of these. It's a pretty full bag of samples. It's bottles, jars, foil packets of things I've tried. So that will be on Patreon for everybody there. I also have an Evan Healy Rose Geranium Facial Tonic Hydrosol. I don't even remember where. I think this came as PR, and I ended up keeping it up here in my makeup area to, if I was too lazy to go fully wet my beauty blender, I would use this to get part of my beauty blender saturated and usable. And I'm actually about to finish this for that purpose. The Osha Sea Minerals Mist, which I don't like, but it's fine for getting a beauty blender wet. This brand has just never done it for me. So this is a almost empty. But yeah, these are, I think, very lovely. I'm actually waiting for their Rose Petal Hydrosol to come back in stock. I actually emailed them about it and they said it's not going to be available until next June. So they have a straight rose petal hydrosol, but I guess because of production or whatever, it's like backlogged. So next year I'll probably get a rose petal Evan Healy. I finished up my last Josie Maran Nirvana Hydrating Mist. This is like the second or third one of these I finished, and I believe it is now a discontinued product. This was something I really liked as a finishing mist. I'm okay to say goodbye. This is not a John Frieda Beach Waves type of situ where I'm really sad that it's discontinued and done. It's okay. I've been using it on and off for probably the last 8 years, and it's okay. It's okay to say goodbye. I do have another Josie Maran product to tell you about, but I'm using the Moon Anna Rose Hydrating Rose Toner right now as a finishing mist for my makeup if I need it. Okay, I finished a bottle. Oh, sorry, this is not Josie Maran, but similar. It's Cora Organics. I guess I get those mixed up in my head. Cora is Miranda Care's line. This came in a Detox Market detox box, which I don't even think I'm getting as PR anymore. They had a new PR person come on and she's been not a very good communicator, and I've kind of been wanting to end my affiliate relationship with them because the boxes are really not that interesting in my opinion, and the bundles that they put together are also not that interesting to me lately, so I'm kind of glad that whatever was going on there fizzled. Cora Organics Noni Glow Face Oil, used this up as a body oil because, I mean, it was just kind of like whatever. I mean, I don't know what to say about it. I used it up on my body. I mixed it up. I mixed it with CV Skin Labs lotion. I mixed it with Osmia Naked Body Mousse, which I'm currently using and loving. Whatever. I have nothing to say about that, really. Sorry, I keep fussing with my hair. Per usual, it's driving me crazy. Okay, these are empty. Also sort of talked about them in Beauty Heroes retrospective. I think the Olina Beauty Oil and Aloha Youth Serum from Honua. I actually have Olina Beauty Oil on my Beauty Heroes wish list to get another bottle of this. Aloha Youth Serum I probably won't buy again because they did add bakuchiol into it, which is not an ingredient of interest for me. I have a couple of empty balms actually. I have fully empty Inlight Line Softener. Now this is the one that came in late 2018. So this box came November 2018, and I used it really consistently. I think to finally get through it at the end, I was using it up as like a décolleté type of thing, and I was being really liberal with it, but I did use the whole thing up. I really love Inlight. It's top 5 brands for me, and I loved this very much. Another balm I used up to completion and fully loved was the Luminous Beauty Balm from LAMOUR. Probably my absolute favorite brand discovery from Boxwala since I've been receiving their boxes as PR. I love this so much. Would absolutely buy it again. I want to try so much more from LAMOUR. I use the Day Silk as an SPF. Someone gifted me a toner and a sample of the Precious Face Oil, which I'm about to try. This brand is just hard to get. The only US stockist, so there's a couple. Boxwala carries some things and Credo carries some things, but the full range you have to order directly from New Zealand, which is where they're based. So I'm gonna wait and see what they do for holidays, and I'm really itching to pick up more from them because I have loved every single thing I've tried so much. Okay, I have another empty oil, an eye oil and a regular oil. This is Blue Alchemy Eye Oil Serum. So probably my most satisfying empty of this whole video because it's hard to get through eye products. I don't know why, I guess because I always have a lot going at once. It's a product that I feel like I'm always testing, but I loved the rollerball of this. It has kind of like a light vanilla scent. I really enjoyed using it. I would even be liberal and use this kind of all over my face. That's probably why I went through it quite expediently. I think I probably talked about this again in my Beauty Heroes retrospective because it's a Blue Alchemy product I really enjoy. And then Votary Superseed Face Oil. This came with, this is an empty, this is not quite. Votary Superseed Nutrient Cream. These came in a Boxwala box. This is just in clearing out pile because it's quite old at this point, but I did use up the oil. I used it a lot on my face, and then to get through it while it was still at its optimal potency, I did use it up as body care, which is always my tip. If you're accumulating too many things, it's just very easy to use up nice face oils on the body mixed with other things. It's very lush, and it actually, like, you use like maybe a dropper full, right? This had an orifice dispenser on it, which I removed, and then I just kind of poured out and used as much as I needed. And I was really glad to use it up that way. Now we can move on to this last little pile I have here of clear out products. This, I guess, is technically body care, so I'm going to move this to my general empties, which I have a whole box that I need to do somewhere review. Okay, Votary Superseed Cream. I didn't use that much of this. I mean, I tried, but I'm not much of a cream person with the exception of the Sahaja Nourish Creme Riche. This I also tried to use up as a moisturizing mask, and it actually like kind of burned and stung my skin, so I'm not sure what's going on. For a cream, it's quite active. I think it does have, I can't remember exactly. I don't have the ingredient list in front of me. I haven't looked it up in a really long time, but it's an active cream. So it may have some sort of exfoliating properties. I couldn't get through it. I couldn't use it up as a body cream. I didn't like it as a mask. It was just kind of a bit of a miss for me, but I liked the oil much more. Now, Nourish Creme Riche, the only reason this is here is that it was just too much product for me to get through before it kind of turned. I went through about half of it, and I love this product. Talked about it very extensively in a podcast I just did because I interviewed the founder of Sahajan, Lisa Matam, on Your Purpose is Beauty. I will link it below for you. And at the end of that podcast episode, I did little quick brand reviews of Sahajan, things I've tried, and this is by far my favorite product. I also talked about it really extensively in my A Night for Green Beauty 2019 award winners review. Love. Okay, these are lip things. This is a cleanser that needs to be done. 5 Yina. Now they have rebranded it to just be Yina. Divine All Seasons Bioadaptive Cleanser. This is about half done, and again, it's just somewhat old, and I didn't find myself reaching for it because it just wasn't the season. Like, winter is not the time for me to use this. It's clarifying on me, but really nice. In the height of summer, I could use this like once or twice a week and really, really like it, but not as gentle and pleasurable for me as something like the Marie Veronique Gentle Gel, which I just found myself reaching for a lot more. But I do really like this. Yeah, it was almost like if I didn't have time to mask in, you know, and I kind of felt like my skin needed an oomph. This is almost like a flash mask and a cleanser type of product. I've talked about it a lot of other places, but it's in totally new packaging now, but I think the formula is the same. Okay, I had to get rid of this even though this is like a product I kept around, like how you keep something around in your closet that you're always like, I'm gonna wear it, and then you don't. The Laurel Antioxidant Facial Mask, I don't even know if I think they're in new packaging too now. I didn't use this that much despite liking it. This is probably 3 years old at this point. I would use this as this is 2018, May of 2018. I think the expiration date was May of 2018. Because I've had it for longer than that. Love Laurel, but for some reason I don't use Laurel as much as I use and rely on my other really beloved brands like Earthwise and Fiore, Inlight, La Par. I don't know why that is. I do like Earthwise Ruby a bit more than the Laurel Sun Serum, but I love the Laurel Sun Serum. I love the Laurel body oils. To me, they are exceptional. Like the Sun body oil, love. I would use this as like a flash mask, second cleanse type of product, like put a little in my hand, add a little toner, use it. I think this was maybe a little too aggressive for my veering towards sensitive skin, and I just didn't really find myself reaching for it, so unfortunately it did languish. Okay, 3 more quick things that are, 2 of them are almost empty. The 12 Beauty Hyaluronic Lip Treatment and the Beneath Your Mask Remedy Conditioning Lip Balm. You can see I used most of this. This, I guess, is maybe a year and a half, but I did notice the kind of freshness and texture of this started to change, but I got a lot of really good use out of it. Also, I started reevaluating my use of hyaluronic acid, and this is like a very, very hyaluronic heavy product as the name would imply, but I did really like it. However, did I like it because long term it was improving the condition of my lips, or because, I primarily honestly liked this because the experience was so beautiful. The packaging is weighty. It feels like pure luxury to use, which is just enjoyable, and it is like a very nice no makeup lip look, especially if you don't like lip gloss. It does give a gloss to the lips, but in like a very refined, beautiful way. This was an A Night for Green Beauty award winner along with the Sahajan cream. I liked both of these a lot, actually, as was Nap in the Meadow. These are all A Night for Green Beauty award winners, and I liked all of them a lot. Beneath Your Mask, I liked it. A very kind of utilitarian, I guess, in a way. The thing that's going in my other empties is the Heal Whipped Souffle. These were a Beauty Heroes box from a couple years ago. I like them a lot. They're basically like simple things done really well, I guess is how I would describe them. So yeah, I enjoyed using this. I reached for it a lot. And the last thing that I am clearing out, because it is several years old, is the Evan Healy Wild Carrot Nourishing Eye Balm. I didn't unfortunately use that much of this, but I did like it. In fact, I liked this more, like kind of used it everywhere. I love a balm stick. These are very handy, I think, especially if you have kids. However, in my mind, I always think I'm going to use them more than I do, and I still just end up reverting to things that are like my favorites, like my oily balms like LAMOUR Inlate, my Earthwise balms like Tigress and Yasuni. You know, I did really like this. I think Evan Healy is a solid standout brand. They actually have it looks to be a non-emulsifying oil cleanser that I'm thinking about picking up and trying. I liked this more in concept, and I just didn't get around to using it, which is on me. Okay, friends, I really tried to speed through. I actually could have been way more verbose and elaborate, and I really tried to stay concise because I know that sitting down to watch an hour-long video of reviews is just not for everybody. So I hope that this was punchy, to the point, but still comprehensive enough. I may do this whole box of kind of lifestyle empties. It's like toothpaste, deodorant, shampoo, yada yada. I might do that on the podcast, since we kind of have gotten our fill of empties here for a while with skincare, which is kind of the most important empty or most interesting empty. I also have a smaller bag of things I've been saving from my husband Kaveh, who I'm gonna have come on probably the podcast because it'll just be easier for us to record an episode. I've been promising this since I started the podcast. Yeah, I mean, he tests a lot of products for me. He's currently really liking the Mukti face cream from the Calm collection. He's loving it. He like mentioned it to me this morning how much he likes it. So he has some reviews stored up that he's quite excited to share with LAMOUR. Okay guys, I'm going to get on with my day, try and get this edited and up for you to enjoy. Let me know what you think. I'm always accepting product recommendations based on things that you've seen that you might think that I would like. Please feel free to drop your favorites, recent empties in the comments, and point me in new and interesting directions. I just spent 20 minutes unboxing 18 products that encompass the Nordic Natural Beauty Award winners from 2020. I did that on Patreon, and I have to say I am feeling invigorated, inspired. It's making me put my Indie Beauty Expo testing project in context, and I'm going to be filming that review, which is not going to be a very positive experience. I'm going to be filming that for you soon. I have my Biofile review coming up, which I keep promising. Please just send the productivity gods my way so that I can get all of this done. It's looming and there's so much I want to do, and I have a toddler, yada yada. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.